So I cannot take credit for this recipe. It is from Sally's bakingaddiction.com. It's just simple sandwich bread. It's literally 7 ingredients. I have tried several different recipes and this is the one I fell on because it was the simplest and pretty much the quickest in my opinion, but I'm also not an expert with bread baking, so here it is. So here's our ingredients: water, whole milk together. I put it in a pot and I warm it for like a few minutes, just a couple minutes till it hits 110 degrees. The yeast, this is what I use: quick rise instant yeast. If you don't have quick rise, it just has to sit for a little longer. If it's not instant, it just has to proof longer. Yesterday I used some organic granulated cane sugar. Salted or unsalted, it doesn't really taste different to me, but I do soften it to room temperature. Salt, and then all-purpose or bread flour. Yesterday's loaves that I made, it was kind of a mix of both because I ran out of my bread flour. Prepare the dough, then you get it all together, you knead it just like they did in the olden days. And then you do your first rise, 1 to 2 hours. Shape it, put it in your bread pan, cover it, let it rise for about another hour or so. It doesn't usually take very long, until it's about 1 inch over the loaf pan. Then you bake it. I bake it at the very, very bottom of the oven, and it doesn't really take all that much time to cook, about 30 minutes or so. I've never used that temperature gauge. But I'm sure that's a pretty helpful thing. And I did want to show, this is what it looks like on the inside. So just your standard sandwich bread. And it's fantastic. My very picky 11-year-old thinks that it smells and tastes like croissants. So she eats it. And I think you can use any kind of flour, whole wheat or gluten-free or whatever as well. So that's it from Sally's Baking Addiction.com. Hope that's helpful.